Hello, how y'all doing? This is Cameron Brown from Listen Up,
Get with it.
and we got my co-host right here, my big cousin.
Aquila Brown.
We got a wonderful panel right now. I want y'all to introduce y'all names.
Hi, I am Whitney Franklin.
I am Kalana Richard.
I'm Ebony Greer.
I'm Taquisha Gestover.
We're glad to see y'all today. Thank y'all for coming out.
Thank you for having
Thank
us.
you.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have a good show tonight. You know what I'm saying? Talking about some good topics. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Before we get into the discussion part, we want to shout out Light and Righteous and Unity News. Make sure y'all go check out October 17th for the Spotlight. Artistic Visions hosting that at the Greater Flint Art Council. We just want to tell y'all right now, we just kind of doing this like a family thing. So I want y'all to feel comfortable, be realish, you know what I'm saying, real as possible what you want to talk about. You got any things, cuz, you want to say?
The Spotlight Show is awesome, so make sure y'all check that out. I thank y'all ladies for coming and join us. Thank Cameron for giving us this opportunity.
Definitely. I'm glad y'all was able to come, man. We about to really get into it. So y'all want to just go ahead and jump into the discussion?
Sure.
Y'all
Sure,
ready?
let's do it.
Okay. What are you attracted to in a man, and do you date what you are attracted to?
Do you want us to just go in order?
Yeah,
or-
we can go in order.
Okay. Well, for me, I am attracted to, number one, a man of God. So if you're not into church
Girl,
and you don't
amen.
have faith, I can't really get with you like that. I would love to have somebody educated. Yep. And I would, looks are important. I have to have somebody tall because I'm tall. So
Okay.
I definitely have to have a man that's taller than me and financially stable. I prefer no children.
Okay.
I don't have kids, so why would I date you? You got babies, yeah.
Well, me personally, when I was dating men, because I am a proud wife of a same-sex marriage, and but before I was dating men, the type of guy that I was attracted to was first and foremost swagged out. I love a man that can talk to me, that can make me feel something just by opening up his mouth and saying good morning. Whew. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the kind of guy that I dated. You know, they could be tall, they could be short, because I'm 6 foot, so baby, if I ain't in the NFL or the NBA, I ain't got too much height coming, you know, on a regular dude, you feel me? But, I mean, like, they gotta have some type of essence about themselves, a quality that I can just smoothly groove with on a type of level, you know what I mean? And yes, I never settle for anything less than what the girl wants, so I stick to what I want.
That's right.
Okay.
What I'm attracted to, I'm currently married. My husband is the total opposite of me. He is fit. He is so right. And I thank God for him because he wakes up in the morning, he reads his Bible. When I'm weak, he's strong. That's what I'm attracted to. I attracted to somebody who can hold me down when I'm nothing more than I am. He can be even greater. So that's what I'm attracted to, and I love the fact that he cares about God and he cares about his body. So that's what I'm attracted to.
Okay.
Okay, I'm attracted to someone that can make me laugh. That's my main thing. I would love someone that loves kids as much as I do because I have 2 kids. So if you don't have kids, okay, if you love kids, that's a plus for me. I'm not too much on physical appearance because to me, I'm attracted to ugly dudes.
Me too, girl.
But I didn't even like, you know, the ones that come to me are attractive dudes. I don't too much like attractive dudes because I feel like they're too conceited. But as long as you can make me laugh, respect me, and treat my kids right, that's a plus.
Amen.
Amen.
Okay. Now, okay, y'all gave us what y'all attracted to, though, right? Now, in the past or whatever, are those the type of men that were coming to that you actually dated?
Well, for me, it was always a mixture.
Mix, okay.
If he was fine, he probably had no money and no education and all that stuff. And then I was dating a guy who was a college professor, but he wasn't that attractive, and it pushed me away. I have to be physically attracted to you. I know everybody's not into appearance, but I am, so I have to be physically attracted to you. So I haven't found the total package yet, but I'm.
But
I'm
at first, do
on
they
it.
portray themselves like the total package? Like when you first meet somebody, you know, they be like, you know, I'm your friend, then they turn to Chucky at the end of the story. Do it be like that for you? Or, cause you know, dudes know how to play it like, you know, they is what you want.
Right.
You are absolutely right. 'Cause
They
I
do.
just had experience.
Girl, you be like,
that.
oh yeah, Mr. Perfect. Oh no, he ain't.
Yeah, you know, but I don't know. It's different, and dating as a plus size woman is a lot different. And I'm saved, and I'm celibate. So
Celibate?
I'm celibate.
How long?
Girl, it'll be 3 years. But, you know, and I guess for me, because I have a different type of lifestyle, my dating life is a little different. You know, once you tell somebody you don't get it in, oh, okay, they chuck up the deuces real quick.
Right.
And that's okay, you know, and I understand that because somebody told me when you're a treasure, it don't matter about all that stuff.
Right.
I just received that.
I mean, as far as me, like I said before, I don't settle. So if I walk in a room and I see a dude and I'm feeling him, I'm going to let him know I'm feeling him. If he's comfortable with it, fine. If he's not, I'll give you your bottle of Similac and you can be a little baby about the situation. You feel me? Like, I mean, I've been attracted to like she was saying, dudes that are not attractive, and I've had dudes who is, whew, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And, you know, it's a mixture of both, like she was saying, because at the end of the day, a lot of dudes, you know, they don't put as much thought into it as we do. We overanalyze everything, and I'm sorry, I'm a woman, and I'm probably bringing the women's movement down about 50,000 years, but who cares? I'm being real with y'all today. Women, stop overthinking things.
Yeah.
And just go into the situation and have fun, because at the end of the day, your idea of this man will never be what this man is actually about, because as long as Monday is not Tuesday, he's gonna change.
Yeah, right.
Chill out.
Wow. Yeah.
That's real talk.
I'm just saying.
Man.
I agree. I agree with that.
agree with that.
I was always attracted to my husband. When I found him, I was young. I was a teenager, you know, and everything. He was a bad boy. I always loved bad boys, you know. He was that which I had wanted within me, and I was just like so nice and so good. So the fact that he enjoys the things that I enjoy now, like he's into God, he still got his bad ways, and I love him for it. And that's what keeps me attracted to him, because I don't want a yes man. I don't need somebody to say, okay, you would do this, okay, you would do that. I need somebody that's gonna tell me you're doing something wrong, you're doing something right, and that's what I need. So that's who I was always attracted to. So I don't know anything other than him.
Okay, well, I don't like attractive dudes, but lately that's who has been coming to me is attractive dudes. So I just go with the flow. Don't you make me happy? As long as you right in the right places, you good. But I like bad boys too. My definition of bad boy is somebody that's gonna not necessarily call me out my name, but I don't want no little punks, basically.
So why do you like bad boys though?
Cause just the aggressiveness, like the way they talk to their females, it just turns me on.
Girl, I know, cause sometimes I be looking at people mug shots, I be like, oh, they sexy. But I do be thinking it like, oh man.
That I was attracted to me, a bad boy is somebody who's not gonna settle for less. Like he gonna be like, you wrong, you this and this and that. And my husband always knew how to make his presence known.
No, yeah.
Like he could come up in a club, or he come in wherever
Right.
the club is. He know that his presence gonna be known. And sorry for all that. Yes, you can do this. Yes, you can do that. He was like, either you gonna change. This is what it is. Da da da. Oh, you know what I'm
So
saying?
he took charge.
Yeah.
Y'all like a man.
And I love that. I don't
Right.
want nobody that I can walk and
All over.
all over, because then I'm gonna be like, you just like a woman to me, so I don't want you. So I agree with that. I have to do what I have to do.
I
And
do.
I love
Because
that.
a lot of times,
It's attractive
here.
to me.
Yeah.
Why you switch over?
I ain't switch over. My thing is, I'm a Raven Simone this right quick.
Okay.
I am a free spirit. Let's get this out in the open.
Yes, I love free
I am
spirit.
about,
I always call
my
it free
thing
spirit.
is, I'm a Cancer first and foremost, and it's that yin and yang thing. You feel me? And like I said, I'm not your average chick. Let's get that straight. Because like me personally in my marriage, my wife is like the aggressor, but in style and in swag and in the dominance of it all. I think sometimes I take that over because I am the type that I will see you standing up there at the kitchen table and I'm about to palm that, And I am that. I'm that.
So
girl.
is she a stud or
I
a
love her.
She's a
I love
stud.
her.
You know what I'm saying? She's a stud, but I have, like I said, I'm the only girl out of 7 boys. So all I know is,
But do you think men? Sometimes you think can men take the aggressiveness? Like sometimes it be
that
like,
separates the men from the boys. If you can't take a female that can lay it down just as much as you can,
Right.
then you might want to just stay celibate.
you might want to go on the other side.
Because I'm not the one for you. Because me personally, I'm not gonna make sex a situation of competition, although that is fun.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that. But the thing is that you need to know how you lay with me. I want to make you feel that way because I need you to feel exactly how I feel when I'm feeling for you. And if I can't do that, then I'm not doing my job as a woman. Because as a woman, I'm supposed to make all of this intrigue all of you. And that is what I'm here for, baby. This is what I'm here for.
And see, that's the thing. We have to give men what they want. We have to show men the love. We have to show men they in control. But as for men, they have to show the woman I love you. They have to be compassionate. They have to be sensitive. So just like we get immune to they get and going, we have to get immune to their gets and going. So it's a two-way street. I love my husband. And he's a very strong person. I look at him and I know it and I love it, but I'm a very sensitive person, so I have to have that sensitive part and vulnerability too,
Okay.
or else it won't be right.
Okay, and see, like for me, before I decided to embrace this celibate walk, it was different for me. Like when it comes to men, it just seemed like men were playing games. And I'm the type of person, you have to be a man.
Right.
When my man comes around, I'm not going to do anything manly. You're going to take out the trash. You're going to pump my gas. You're going to open up the door because I will stay there till you open up my door, and all of that. As far as sex, you're supposed to be able to put it down, of course, But at the same time, if you can't get me mentally,
I can't
got
you can't approach me. If it's connected. My mind, you can't approach me because if you can't stimulate my mind,
Then this ain't doing nothing.
Miss Kitty not gonna purr at all.
I
You
got
might
something.
just go back
I
over
got something
here.
though.
So
It seemed like, okay, y'all some strong-willed women, for real. Like, y'all got the mental game. Now, it's a lot of ratchets out here.
Yes, God.
You see what I'm saying?
That's what make it hard for us.
So, that's what I'm saying. So, just like what y'all said, like, if he ain't gonna be a man and do that,
Yep.
guess what, though? He got like 100 more that do the same.
But
that
it's
won't
not-
do what
yeah.
y'all do. You know what I'm saying?
and if you can go and get her by all means, go and get her. Cause one thing about it, I'm not fighting over no man. I done been there and done that. I would not do it. If you, like my mother told me, God rest her soul, if you bad enough to take them, then you better keep them.
I'm trying to
Because if you can say, because I know who I am, you know what I'm saying? You don't have too many
Right.
women like me, 27, educated, teacher, no children, got my own everything. So you're not going to approach me sideways.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell y'all the truth, like far as all that. Like my husband, I look and I love him and I try to adapt. I find a conversation with him amongst my friends and I'll be like, okay, well I better do this for my husband so my husband won't go astray. Because I feel like to every woman, there are at least, to every one man, there's 2 women. And so I want to make sure my husband don't stray away. So the things that I need to do and I need to keep in cap, I do keep in cap. Like if it's something that I feel like, okay, women always know when something ain't right.
Yeah.
And so I check myself and I be like, okay, keep my husband intact. I better do this. I better do that. And that's what I'm gonna do because I don't want him to go astray. You know, we got 15 years strong. I'm gonna make sure I keep that alive.
Exactly.
I'm gonna make sure he don't go astray because I'm not gonna give and pass my husband up to another woman that's waiting and
The
willing
clean-up woman?
for him. So
Don't
I'm
give
gonna
him
give
half.
Don't get
for
it.
myself.
They can have it.
For my husband, you know, my husband is a very dominant man. He wants what he gets, and he gets what he wants. So a lot of times I had to set myself aside to say, this is what my husband wants. This is how I please my husband. Another woman may not want this, but that's what I'm gonna do for my husband because I love him and I don't want nobody other than him. And it's hard for us because there's other women that like to collect off on the men, and what you won't do, they will do. So you gotta be strong with it, and you have to keep compatible with your husband. You have to know that, okay, if this woman could do this woman could do that for me, your husband will go astray. So you gotta put on a face of many faces.
Yeah.
What I mean by that is, if you don't cook, if you don't clean, if you don't support him, and somebody else come in the house and say, I love you, I support you, he gonna go astray. But if you support that man and you rub his back and you tell him he all that you got, you love him, he gonna stay there. And so that's why I have to interpret my life into my husband's.
Can I ask y'all a question?
In certain,
ahead.
sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I'm just gonna say like, okay, if y'all, let's say, would y'all still do all that to a man if he ain't doing that? Just say he just sitting at home not doing that.
Okay.
Oh, you might want to do that at the commercial.
Because, you know, okay, here's my thing. You know, what are you at home doing? If you're gonna be at home, I'm not gonna knock you, but you need to have some type of activities or something
Playing the
going
game.
on.
No.
Domestic, honey.
You play the game, but it need to be
Right.
my
They're not gonna play the
clean
game.
up since you want to be my
But I honestly feel like right now,
the host is slipped my part.
but I honestly feel like right now, the way women think, they're, like I said, I'm into the word. So I really believe that the man is supposed to be the head of the household. And when you begin to cross over those roles, that's when the issues come. If I'm waking up getting the bread and butter and the Bible clearly says a man who don't work don't eat, we're out of order. You know what I'm saying? If I'm going to church and you sitting at home, we out of order. If I'm coming home, you've been at home all day and now I gotta come home and cook and clean and all of that.
I might as well be by myself.
I might as well be by myself. I can do bad by myself.
Be by myself.
Y'all, I'm sorry, I got to talk about this because what she said, men don't work, men don't eat. Women have to recognize we also from men. Our name is woman. So we came from men, okay? So what my philosophy is, I was always the dominant person. I was always the one to go to work. My husband did work, but after my accident, he took care of me. He took care of me. He laid down everything. They was gonna send me in a nursing home and everything, but my husband took care of me. Right now, he does what he does. He cooks, he cleans, he does what he has to do to make it work. Do I need a person that works? All I need is a person that works in the house. Long as what you fit for me is fit for me, I'm okay. What might work for me might not work for another household. What might work for another household might not work for me. And all I'm saying is, if you trying and you my plus and my minuses, I'm good with it. Every minus that I have, my husband fit that plus.
Right.
And I just feel like, we a good team together. I might not be able to cook. I might not be able to clean. My husband come in there, he'd be like, okay, you need this today. So let me put this aside. Oh, you need this today. Let me make sure this clean. Oh, you need this today. Let me make sure you hungry. You know what I mean? You fed, you good, you all that. My kids sent to school. And I love that. See, because they don't specify what work is. When you have to wake up a kid in the early morning and you get your kids fed and clothed and put on the bus, that's what I love. And I really admire my husband because he has to put up with my children, his wife, and everything aside. And I feel like sometimes I take his manhood away because he do the things that he do, but it fit in my house. So what makes somebody else happy might not make me happy.
Right.
Yeah,
I just
that's
feel like
true.
it just goes to the certain person.
Right.
Like if you doing what you need to do and you making it work. Like I go to school, he makes sure my kids don't mess with me while I'm doing my schoolwork. That's that type of love I need, because you're empowering your wife to be at a different place, and I just love it.
Well, see, for me, I've been privileged enough to be in 2 households. So my father, my biological father, is a minister, and his wife is the accountant for the county, okay? Educated, she's in a sorority, the whole 9 yards. Then my mother, a stay-at-home mom. My stepfather was on Social Security, you know, nobody worked or whatever, and it was totally different households. So I got to see what money and the reverse, but my father, he was a minister, but my stepmother made a tremendous amount more money than him. Versus my stepfather and my mother was pretty much equal because both on 8, whatever. But I think it has to be a balance too. You know, you don't want to ever, well, for me, you know, and I don't judge anybody's household because I'm not married, girl, I want to get married. So. I don't judge anybody's households, but I just know for me, I think that when women bring home the bread, but like my mother and my stepmother are very dominant. And they talk down at their men a lot. What they used, you know, my mother used to talk, they talk down to their men a lot. And I think when you're in that type of situation, you can make your man be less than a man, you know, and I don't want that. I want my man to feel like he's a man because I have a very strong personality. You need to be able to tell me to shut up.
That's right.
You can't tell me to shut up.
Not to cut y'all off, but we, you know, gotta pay some bills, so we gotta go to commercial.
Hopefully good. Got a good thing going on, so I want to thank Miss Leela for the opportunity. Right, so we're here with Alex K, artist right here, working on the doodles. This is her artwork. She's gonna tell us about what they got going on.
The Able Ideas.
It's Kayla Price, lighted right with Josh Pickens, checking it out.
What up,
Got a
high five
guy
guy
right
here.
High five guy, giving us high fives. He came out of nowhere, I didn't even know he was there.
You are watching Unity now.
Hooping, you know what I'm saying? They, you know, it's one of my hosts is Capo.
Look who in the house right now.
Shit. And let me tell you one thing before I leave. I'm gonna make this real brief.
You are watching Unity.
Unity News, bringing the latest and positivity around the community.
Hey, welcome back to Listen Up.
And get with it.
I'm your host, Cameron Brown.
Aquila Brown.
I'm Whitney Franklin.
Kalana Richard.
Ebony Greer.
Takesha gets over.
Now, we just had a good discussion before the break. It really got touched on some good topics and everything. Heard a lot of real talk. So now we're about to get into the second segment of the show right now. Why do you girls, my bad, I'm messing up already though. Keep it rolling though. Why do you feel y'all are attracted to or get in relationships with jerks or disrespectful men, basically?
Because men lie. Men will put on the perfect picture that you want them to receive, you know, and they paint a picture to get whatever it is they want to accomplish, you know. Different men have different agendas, but, you know, you put on this and then you let something so small defer your relationship. Like, a lot of men aren't, in my opinion, man, I haven't had every man, but I done had every type of man. And it just seemed like the type of man that you deal with, the cheating part. And I understand I had this man tell me all men cheat in this whole philosophy or whatever. I don't know if that's the case. I don't want to receive that, but I have like major trust issues. And it seems like it's like that battered wife syndrome. You keep getting the same relationship with the same type of man because it's something that's pulling them strings. So that means you got to try to find a way to cut them strings so you won't be attracted to that. I don't think nobody want a jerk. Like,
No. My idea is that you got to think about it. You're talking to a generation of women where grandma is 36. They don't know what it's like to see grandma and granddaddy together and working it out. You know what I mean? Because grandma and granddaddy both just got out of high school. So, you know, the idea relationship is what it is. It's toxic. And we come from a long line of women self-inflicting pain on self. It's not the man hurting you. You are hurting yourself, trying to pick and just make yourself what he wants you to be so that he will have justification and not you. And that is the problem with a lot of these younger girls. We cannot, and I mean this with all my heart, because like I said, I'm a married woman too. My marriage may not be accepted amongst most people, but it is still a marriage. Women, you have got to stop being so lonely to where you would take whatever will come to you if it tell you look good. Baby girl, let me tell you something. If you don't hear it come from nobody's mouth, you're beautiful just the way you are.
Yes.
God did not make no mistakes with you, because God is not a God that he make mistakes. And if you have faith and you have a system of believing in favor, then this shouldn't even be an issue of you messing around with a jerk. And brothers, I'm not about to let y'all go, you know, it's okay because y'all dudes. No, you need to grow up and realize when you say to a female, I'm going to be your man, look the definition up first before you tell her that. Because what you just opened up was Pandora's box. Now she believe in everything you're saying.
Yeah.
And she hungry. See, the thing is, we talking about being thirsty. I'm sorry, I need food. I'm a big girl. You gotta feed me. You feel me? So we get hungry for it. And when you get to taking it away just a little bit, you know, that hurts.
It hurts.
It hurts a lot. That's why we gotta get proactive, and please, by all means, if you don't do nothing, if you in a relationship or courting somebody, be honest to yourself. If you don't want it, please don't purchase it, because not all stores do returns.
But should men have to deal with our insecurities, or should we deal with them before? Because we are who we attract.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
But at that same story, it's just like, I'm just trying to say, like, a man can only do what you let and allow him to do.
Exactly.
So if you allow him to do this, he gonna continue to do this. And if he allow you to do this, you gonna continue to do this.
Yeah.
So therefore, I'm just saying, like, people always want to say men dog us and they stress us out, they do this and this and that. In order for us to care, we have to let them.
Yeah.
And if you don't let them, then they ain't gonna do it no more.
But we also gotta realize.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I hear a lot of girls say like, "Oh, he did me wrong. He did me." Then they get the same thing. "Oh, he did me wrong. He did me wrong." So is it that you need to correct something with you so you won't keep attracting those people, or is it that you fall on the trap because you already had messed up
Honey, I'm
You
relationship?
really need to, and honestly, if you don't like the person that you are, you need to correct it.
Right.
Like, if somebody doing something wrong and you sitting back and you like, dang, I feel like he doing me wrong, then you need to change the person that you are. Like, I mean, because I had a man that he was doing this, he was doing that, and he was doing anything. But that's because I was allowing him. But after I changed my mindset of allowing him, he changed his mindset. So it was like, okay, I gotta get adapt to my wife. I gotta get adapt. If I want to be in her life, I want to make her happy. I can't please this woman and come back home to this woman. And so he adapted. And I don't think when people say a person can't change, God is in the changer business.
Yes, that's
He
true.
delivered. He helped.
Amen.
So to feel that my husband changed a lot because he was a man that loved women, to know that he loves me, and I see her and I hear him say all the time, I'm not cheating on my wife. I love it. I really do.
Right.
But as me being a person, I got to make sure I do what I need to do for him so that he won't have to go astray, so that he won't turn to that next person. But we just got to learn to adapt. We really do. Is this the person that God has set aside for you, or the person you had set aside for yourself?
But also
Because if God is in it, it's going to work out. If God is not in it, it's not going to work out. Because the only person that can change a person is God himself. He's not going to change unless he's ready to change.
Well,
I can't make nobody change.
Right.
I gotta touch on that. But you go ahead. I want to say something too.
Okay, well, the reason I became celibate is because, like you said, it was some issues, and the man I was attracting, it was just a lot of issues with that. And God began to deal with me on relationships, and he said, how can I send you my best when you're not my best?
Okay.
So that's when I began to get into my health. I began to change my mindset. I began to look at like my aspirations and goals and different things of that nature. And then when I got God started pulling me back and I began to get into this celibacy journey, God began to show me how it works. See, when a man leaves his household, right? I mean, when a woman leaves her father, she gets married. So when I dedicated my life back to the Lord, he began to show me that now I am putting you back into that daughter state. I got to detox you from all them times you was getting it in and all them soul ties and all that stuff. God began to strip all that from me. And so I was in that little girl state. But the Bible also say God is thy husband. So he couldn't marry, God couldn't even put me in a wife state because I'm still daughter. And every time I laid with somebody else, the process started over. So now I'm back to that infant stage. So how can I be a wife when I got all of this, all these soul ties and
You
stuff?
have to recognize the Lord will build you up
But you
every
gotta,
time.
But you gotta
He
make
will
sure.
build you up. Man may not build you up, but he gonna build you up every time.
But
he
you
is.
gotta be in a
So
place
you have
where
to
you
recognize,
wanna be.
okay, this person's gonna hurt me, so I got to move. Because every time that God building me up, he tearing me down. He kicking me
Quisha,
down.
you quiet down
God
there.
is
You
like
gotta
a
say.
pyramid.
Y'all some got
God will build you up like a pyramid, okay? He will steady and to the ends of the earth build you up. But that person might be keep on knocking his progress down. That's on you. If you let that person deal with the motives that they dealing with, God will say, baby, I gotta step aside.
Exactly. And that's the thing. And I think as we get older, because I have a lot of friends who's gotten married and stuff, and it has gotten me in this relationship thinking mode or whatever. But at the same time, you have to get to that place where you have to know what you want, but we got to also remember God gave us free will.
Yeah.
So you can have your blessing. A lot of times we block our own blessings. If God say go right and you go left, and then you meet your counterfeit and not your blessing, and now you stuck in this relationship.
Okay, we know we like getting y'all worked up. We got one more for y'all.
We
gotta get Quisha.
Personally, the reason why I fell for so many jerks is because that's what I was accustomed to. I heard about my granny getting beat by my granddaddy. I seen my mama getting beat and raped by so many of her exes or whatever, like, and then me. It's just like a learned habit. It's you learning. But now I'm at a point to where I got 2 kids. I don't want my daughter to think it's okay to accept anything from every man. I don't want my daughter to have to be like, well, I need this, so I'm gonna go to this dude. I need this, so I'm gonna go to this dude. I need sex, so I'm gonna go to him. I don't want my daughter to learn it, and my son. I don't want my son to learn that habit either. I don't want him to be like, well, I can beat on her because she let me. No, I'm not gonna teach my kids that. I'm only 22, and my kids 5 and 4. I'm not I'm breaking that cycle. And then,
Yes.
And then my mama, my aunties, my granny, they say like it's a generational curse.
That's
Well, I'm breaking that curse with my kids. So my kids' generation, they're not gonna be like that. My kids aren't gonna fall for no BS from nobody. And I'm the type of
And
person I'm
God will
not
break all of
I'm
those
not.
chains. Every
I'm not
generation
doing
has.
We got one more. We got another question for y'all though, real quick.
So do y'all think that dudes cover up real easy, or we start ignoring at some point? Like
We start ignoring at some point because it's like we're used to it. And it's like some girls, they feel like, well, he ain't gonna change, so I might as well deal with it. No, you don't have to deal with it. Let them go and let them do them. You don't have to deal with that because you deserve so much more.
But why do you
I
think
think we
people
do
make
it out
it
of
so
fear.
hard to let go?
Out of fear.
Some people be like, been dealing with the same thing for so long.
Yeah.
Let me
It's
ask you
soul
You're
ties.
familiar with it.
Let me ask you
You
something.
are familiar with it. You don't want to try something new because you're not familiar with that something new. So why keep something that you accustomed to and then trade it off for something new? You wouldn't be in place with that. So I mean, you just gotta really take and focus.
But if we're
Women-
supposed to have a natural hunger, the Bible says it's not good for man to be alone. So we supposed to desire to be with somebody. So the moment you're single, people get fearful, like, oh, am I gonna ever get married? Am I gonna ever be in a relationship? Am I gonna ever be this? Am I gonna ever be that?
But
Exactly.
at the same tone,
I'm sorry.
it also said that Adam have loneliness, who are we?
Exactly.
He gonna do the same for us. So if you sit back and you lonely and you want somebody, you got to have trust in God and know that God gonna deal with the situation too. But you picking up that mess that he didn't even have
designed for you. You
picking
walked
up
into that
He didn't
Isaac.
even nowhere near you. But since you pick it up, he gonna sit back and let the hard head get it.
I got one more before we gotta wrap up though. But before we do, I want to ask y'all, like, at what point do you give up on a relationship? Like, from all the how long do it take y'all? Like, you gotta experience so much bad stuff. Like, when you get it knocking your head, like, hey, this ain't gonna work. Like,
When you are totally empty in the inside, I'm gonna tell you something. A relationship, first and foremost, is what it is. It's a relationship. A relationship can be friendship, marriage, effing partners, all around the way. But when you have given into an empty well all of your water, hello, and you ain't got nothing else in your own well, but this well is full and plentiful, and you can't go into that well and touch it because no, this well does not want you to touch this because this is now my water, not yours. That's when you pick up your little knapsack that you came with, and that's your baggage, because you know you entered into this relationship with your baggage, right? Okay. So, because now he done treated you the way you used to being treated, going back to that generation what they was talking about you're accustomed to, you're going to pick up that same old bag, and you're going to walk and run away. You need to leave that bag right where it's at, and take that emptiness, and you learn from that emptiness, because I am a living prime example of what can happen to a woman when she becomes so into it to where she becomes empty, dried out, confused, lonely, abandoned. But let me tell you what this one did. She decided that she has what it takes to fill herself up. I didn't need to go to nobody else. All I needed to do is just stand still and get hydrated. And once I did, I started walking as though that was true, and I stopped believing in everything else. And that's the reason why I am who I am today. See, I feel like I'm the only man up here on this panel.
So come on, Whitney, give it to us.
I do. I feel like I'm the only dude on this panel because at this time, I'm like so understanding what they're going through and what they're talking about. But I feel like it just does not apply to Blondie. But it's okay because I'm learning from these ladies. But I just feel like when you are down to that last fiber, baby, I'm going to tell you something. It's death after that.
But you know,
Come on,
when you're
Blondie.
tired,
Let's get Whitney.
when you are tired, you're tired. Can't none of your friends and nobody else say you tired. It ain't just gonna work because you're gonna go do what you want to do anyway. But when you feel that need to be tired, you're gonna be like, okay, I had enough, can't do it. It's gone. But it has to be within you because can't nobody else help you feel what you're tired of. So unless you're tired, you're gonna keep on doing what you want to do, and you're gonna keep on mistreating you.
but why would y'all want to let it go that far?
Well, for me,
Personally,
well,
I'm a person, I give chances, but that's only 3 chances you're gonna get. The third chance, I'm done with you. So it may take years for you to reach that third strike point, but I believe in giving chances. But now at this point in time, I'm not gonna do it.
yeah, see, I don't give chances. Like, and I know that those are my insecurities. If I say I'm whatever, and you blow that off, you're done. We're absolutely through. I'm not going to entertain that.
And the first time?
First time, yeah. And I know.
She's a one-hit wonder.
Yeah, because for me, I feel like, I'm not going to compromise to be recognized.
Right.
So that's the fact why I don't do a lot of dating and stuff like that, because I'm not going to compromise. I don't care if I'm a plus size person or whoever you want to be. I don't want to compromise to be recognized. So if I feel like I'm doing so much and you don't even recognize my value, you're not even trying, I can't be with you.
But I'm gonna say, like, a lot of women be like, why I don't have this relationship? Why I don't have that? Why I don't have this? A relationship is compromise.
It is.
Okay, you have to feel what that person is coming from, and that person has to come from where you coming from. And at the same time, you're not gonna be able to agree with everything that the person goes through. But you have faults yourself, so he gonna have to love them faults just like you love them faults. In order to be in a relationship, you're gonna have to sometimes have a deaf ear on that subject because you're not perfect. And I just feel like they have to work the stuff out just like you have to work it out.
Right.
If you ain't willing to work it out, then you ain't gonna have a relationship. That's why so many women is right now by themselves. Or many men is right now by themselves. Because they feel that you're gonna meet the perfect person. And then when they find out they ain't gonna meet that person, they sucked up inside. I done spent many years trying to find that perfect person. You're not gonna find it. A relationship is about boundaries. It's about love. It's about compassion. It's about, okay, well, I got this person. I want to work with this person. It's perfect. This person is imperfect, but I'm gonna continue to love this person. That's what a relationship is. That's what it is for me.
So let me ask you this then before we really head out. If you could tell your younger self one thing, some advice, what would be that one thing? And now we gonna reverse it though. We gonna start from this side. Yeah, we gonna go that and then look at all my co-hosts. I want you to say something too though.
My younger self, I'm only 22, so my younger self was like 16 or 15 when my daughter was born. My younger self would say, wait, don't even do it until you're really ready. So that's what I say to my younger self.
My younger self would say, run! No, I would run and would just say, to make sure that you get everything that you need before you be in a relationship. Because if you don't, it's not going to work.
I would tell my younger self to sit your behind down before I knock every teeth down your throat.
Honestly, I don't think I would go back and change anything about my younger self because everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly that has occurred with me has made me the person I am. I used to sit down and be like, oh my goodness, my mother died, or I gained this weight, or I did this, I did that. But the fact that I am in the sorority, I did graduate, and all of these things, all of that played a part. Every negative thing that has occurred in my life has put me in the position that I am today. I believe that everything happens for a reason. So I would not go back and alter because there's not anything I can honestly say that I would let go of today to get something else. So I'm just like, Lord, let your perfect will be done.
All right.
I gotta just receive it.
And what about you, Miss Quitter?
So my younger self would say to love yourself because younger me felt like I needed everybody else to love me, to love myself. So being an adult woman now, I know that loving myself is first. Before anybody else can love me, I need to love me. So that's what I would tell my younger self is to love yourself.
Right.
I guess I'd throw myself in there, my younger self. You
No.
know what I'm saying? What would I tell myself? Really, I'll just tell myself, like, to do you. Like, actually not listen to everybody and kind of just find your own way instead of learning from other people's bad examples and actually, I'd rather set my own bad examples than follow somebody else that's already setting bad examples.
That's true.
And I know with us being boys, when we growing up, we see a lot of, the players and this and that. So that's what we think is cool. I'm not gonna lie. That's what we think is cool as we grow up. It's about how many women you can have and this and that. But as you get older, that don't even play a part no more. You know what I'm saying? With me, I'm engaged. I got 2 kids and 1 on the way. So that's where my focus at. You know what I'm saying? And it's just about growing up, maturing. You know what I'm saying? Mentally first. That's where it started at. You know what I'm saying? Because you could be 34 and still act like 16.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So it really changes in the mind first. So on that note, we're gonna end it. But I'm thankful and I just thank all y'all.
Thank you.
You've been our audience right here. We're gonna shout out to Lighter Righteous, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Unity News, shout out to Artistic Visions Enterprise, you know what I'm saying? All of us, we all do this together, just trying to help the positive market in Flint right now. Make sure y'all go to the Spotlight October 17th at the Greater Flint Art Council. That's gonna be a big thing, so y'all don't wanna miss that. Bring your kids. It's all, you know what I'm saying, family oriented, you know what I'm saying? Something that everybody can enjoy. You got something to say?
Just thanks for this opportunity. Thank y'all for joining us. Thank Lighted Righteous, Artistic Vision. Spotlight is the bomb. Y'all need to go. Like, I love it. I took my son because we raising kids, most of us. If not, even your family. Show them something positive about Flint. We always hear all this bad stuff about Flint. Show them something positive. I showed my son that it is positivity still in Flint. We just have to, he always has to be able to be his own person, own his own thing that he likes to do. So just support everybody. Thank y'all for joining us.
Definitely. This is Listen Up and Get With It.
I did it again.
Y'all already know it's all good. It's all good. We definitely gonna keep it moving. Check us out next Wednesday.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.
Good. All right.